This is Literature Hub 247. You are welcome to this unique literature channel. This video is about the marriage of Anansewa. On this channel, we've earlier discussed the plot summary, the Act 1 and Act 2 of the marriage of Anansewa. If you need the link to those videos, you can request for it in the message box there. That I'll send you the link of the plot summary, the Act 1 and Act 2 of the marriage of Anansewa. This particular video is about the Act 3 of the marriage of Anansewa. And the act has to do with the outdooring ceremony for Anansewa. The marriage of Anansewa, Act 3. This act is about the outdooring ceremony for Anansewa. Ananse's mother, that is Anansewa's father, mother. That means that Aya, Ananse's mother, is Anansewa's grandmother. Aya enters, gorgeously dressed and beautiful. She expresses her feelings about the outdooring ceremony. She is of the opinion that the ceremony should have been done before now. The outdooring ceremony is done for ripe women that are preparing for marriage. That is what they are preparing for Anansewa here. But the woman is complaining that the ceremony should have been done 5 years earlier. She says outdooring ceremony for Anansewa 5 years after becoming a woman is not proper. Efua, Ananse's aunt, also enters. She urges Aya to monitor the ceremony so that everything goes well with Anansewa. She says Anansewa will soon be brought out in a few minutes. Aya still complains to Efua about the lateness of the outdooring ceremony. The latter responds that Anansewa needs it because of the position she will be occupying in the palace. Aya then says, whatever the case may be, she is extremely happy for the ceremony. She says, in another way around, she feels sad when she remembers Anansewa's mother, who is supposed to witness the ceremony. You know, Anansewa's mother is dead, is late. Efua appeals to her not to ruin the ceremony with her sorrowful thoughts. In response to her question on Anansewa, Efua says Anansewa is enjoying the ceremony as she is willing to learn the way she asks questions. Aya asks after Christina Yamoa, the fashionable woman. Efua says she's dressing up Anansewa. Aya says she shouldn't dress Anansewa with too much fanciful dressing. Christy, known as Christina Yamoa, a fashionable woman, rushes past them. You remember that Aya does not like Christy. She doesn't like her because she's thinking that Christy is trying to gain the heart of Ananse, her son. Christy rushes past them and tells them that she has dressed up Anansewa and that she's out again. Aya, who doesn't like Christy, expresses her feelings about her to Efua. She complains about how she called Anansewa her daughter and how she addressed her as mother. She concludes that Christy has interest in Ananse, her son. At that instance, the girls are already singing, trying to bring out Anansewa. That is the Anansewa's friends that are with her. Efua then tells Aya to suspend the discussion in order to join Anansewa's friends who are bringing her out. Efua joins Anansewa's friends as they enter singing. Aya tells them to bring out Anansewa. The property man places Anansewa's chair and the girls bring her out with their song. They carry her up with her face covered with a veil. They don't allow her legs to touch the ground. When the song stops, Aya stands up and addresses Anansewa that they are doing what is beautiful for her. She says she will dance very well and she starts singing, accompanied with gong rhythm. She praises her beautiful appearance and how they prepared her for the ceremony. They at the end remove the veil, covering her face. Efua stands up to bless Anansewa. She fills a brass bowl with water and drops the nyanya leaves inside it and blesses her. The nyanya leaf is used in ritual ceremonies and is believed to have power to purify somebody. She places the soul egg before her and prays for her. Christy enters and stands beside the brass bowl. She says she will be the first person to place a gift in the brass bowl. She then expresses how happy she was when she was informed about the ceremony. She then drops the coin she's holding into the water and walks back and stays directly at Anansewa's back. She doesn't notice Aya's unfriendly face. Efua picks up the egg and passes it over Anansewa's head, and Christy receives it and places it behind Anansewa. Some of the girls now present their gift and bless Anansewa. Efua and Christy sees to it that the egg is passed over from one side to the other each time somebody places a gift in the brass bowl. As the last girl gives her statement, the girls sing and dance around Anansewa, welcoming her. Aya suddenly quietens everyone and requests for Ananse, her son. She says she wants to make a statement and that she wants her son to be around while presenting a gift. Christy, worried, walks off to call Ananse. She tells Ananse that her mother wants him. They walk together to meet Aya, holding themselves. Aya tells Christy to leave Ananse's hand, and Christy obliges and returns to her place. She says Ananse should come and stay beside the brass bowl. Aya says her hands are empty, but will still place a gift in the bowl. She will pray for Anansewa. She then prays that Anansewa's mom be someone that has respect for the life of human beings. Ananse interrupts her in order to prevent her from concluding the statements that follow. Aya is saying, a man who is incapable of, and Ananse interrupts and calls on the girls to start singing. The girls then sing and dance. Ananse doesn't want his mother to complete that statement. Efua announces that they are true, and the girls carry Anansewa back, followed by Aya and Efua, while Ananse continues dancing as the postman arrives. The postman brings a telegram from Chief Togbeklu. The chief appreciates him for the education given to Anansewa. He then writes that he's coming to present the head drink for her. We remember that Togbeklu is one of the 4 chiefs that want to marry Anansewa. That's one of the suitors of Anansewa. Ananse is greatly disturbed by the last statement. He immediately calls Christy to bring aspirin to stop his headache. She gives her water, take the drug, that is, she gives Ananse water to take the drug, that is. So Anna is already feeling headache because of the news from Togbeklu that will be coming to place the head drink for Anansewa. By that, he knows that there's problem. Ananse then orders Christy to bring the program to her hand as he needs silence to think. The learner tries to inquire about the cause of the headache, and Ananse says there's no time for questioning. Christy then promises to make him happy and goes out. Christy suddenly turns back and takes the telegram from the property man, but it is interrupted by the girl singing and dancing. They bid them farewell, and Ananse fakes a smiling face. Christy gives the telegram to Ananse that it is brought in the afternoon. She couldn't deliver it because of the ceremony. She then begs for forgiveness. Ananse is reluctant to open it, and Christy asks him if he will not read it. She says the telegram comes from the mines, and that Ananse has not told her his connection with the mines. She says she only knows about the relationship between them and the chief, who is chief, and is not aware of the mines before. He's not aware of the mines people. That is, that they still have connection with the people of the mines. Christy tells him to read the telegram again, and Ananse tells her to be quiet, as he told her that he needed quietness. The former, embarrassed, leaves him alone. He opens the telegram from the one whose name is whispered in the air. That is, the telegram is for the one whose name is whispered in the air. The message says, "The day after tomorrow, I'm sending to..." This means that he's coming to place the head drink on the third day. That is, the day after tomorrow, I'm sending to, that is quote and unquote. This disturbed Ananse further, that he couldn't complete the statement. So another chief has sent a message that he also is coming to place the head drink for Anansewa. Ananse hides behind the web screen placed by the property man, and Anansewa enters. She reflects back to the ceremony and wonders how the program touches her. That is Anansewa. She inherits part of the program, very close to where her father hides. She even mimes the passing of the egg and how she was blessed. She sings and dances around. She looks for her father and sights him behind the screen. She asks him why his manners change and seem far away. She says she wants to tell him how lovefully she is feeling and appreciate him. Ananse asks Anansewa if she is happy. Her father's countenance alarms her, and she says she thought she was happy. Ananse inquires further why she is not happy, and she says she doesn't understand. She then begs her father not to spoil the day with his utterances, and that she doesn't know if she is well and happy. Ananse instructs her to open her eyes wide, shut them tight, and stiffen her limbs. He says she should do it properly and look as if she is dead. Anansewa is surprised and says she has never died before. Her father then tells her not to waste time and do it very well. She does it to her father's satisfaction, and he tells her to stop breathing a little. Anansewa says she can't do it, and he tells her that it is necessary for her to die. Ananse has not explained the situation on ground to Anansewa. That is why the girl is surprised. Anansewa wonders why she should switch her life on and off. She seeks an explanation from her father. Ananse explains that the 4 chiefs who are her suitors have sent their messengers to come and place her head drink on the table. Anansewa says it's not possible for the 4 chiefs to marry her and can only be possible over her dead body. Her father says she shouldn't say that it is very possible, and Anansewa seeks for clarification as she expects 1 chief and not 4. That's the expression of Anansewa, that she is only expecting 1 chief. She believes that her father has stopped collecting gifts from the remaining 3 chiefs for a long time. She then inquires if her father has been lying to her concerning the 3 chiefs. Ananse urges Anansewa not to pressurize him, or else he will stop thinking of the way out of the problem. He says he will die and leave Ananse with her own life. Anansewa responds that her father told her to put her trust in him to solve the problems of the chiefs, and he told her that all was well. Ananse accepts it, but says the word is hard. Anansewa then asks her father why he sent her to the institute for prospective brides. Ananse says he sent her there to place her far away from eyes of young men to get prepared for marriage. Anansewa then says she remembers that she was sent to the institute because of only the chief who is chief then. Cunningly, Ananse says he didn't know he was making a mistake, that he just realized that Anansewa does not love the chief who is chief. Ananse tries to trick his daughter here, Ananse is only trying to trick Anansewa here, but Anansewa does not understand what is happening here. Anansewa is pained and surprised about the submission of her father. She then wonders if her father has gone to tell the man that she doesn't love him. She believes that the whole affair has been ruined by her father. She doesn't know that Ananse is playing her to cooperate with him. She then breaks into a song about her heart beating, that the heart should stop beating as everything has ended. Ananse then says he is amazed with the song and tells her that all is not yet lost, only if she could cooperate with him in his game plan. Anansewa urges her father to tell her what to do immediately to stop her heart from beating, and says she is ready. Anansewa is now behind the web screen. Ananse leads her out of the web screen and draws her closer to himself, whispering in her ears. Christy enters at that moment and comments that the father and his lovely daughter are sharing their secrets. Seeing the troubled face of Anansewa, Christy asks Ananse if he did anything wrong to Anansewa. Ananse responds that he needs help, that he and she need to explain to Anansewa how life is because she is a baby. That is, Anansewa is just a baby. Christy says she is ready and that Anansewa will permit them. Aya comes upon them and requests that Anansewa should be released to her. Anansewa runs to her and she takes her away. Christy asks Ananse to tell her what is worrying him and affecting Anansewa. Ananse says that his hands and mother must leave for Nanka immediately for his plans to work well. He says they will not understand and will be scared. Without telling her what his plans are, Ananse tells Christy to go and make arrangement for a taxi to take his mother and hands away. He tells her not to waste time bargaining the fare. Christy says she's going already. Ananse leaves to hint his mother and aunt about their leaving. Christy soliloquizes without knowing that Ananse is still around the corner. She's only soliloquizing, not knowing that Ananse is listening to what she's saying. She wonders why he has not told her what the problem is. She says further, quote, "The man, George, for how long am I going to serve him before I get him? Oh, George," unquote. Ananse responds to his name and Christy is embarrassed for the fear of being overheard by Ananse. She then denies having the knowledge of calling his name, that the name is always on his lips. Ananse watches Christy until she's out of his sight. He views that the woman is experienced and could assist in hatching his plans together. He then thinks of trick to play on his mother and aunt for them to depart. He then talks to the world about his predicament. Let's quote what he says. "No fewer than 4 chiefs are invading me to claim my one daughter," quote unquote. He then admonishes the people that if they are human, they should laugh less about his condition. He says, quote, "Because in this world, there is nobody who is bypassed by trouble," unquote. he zooms into a handkerchief given him by the property man, saying, "The word is really hard." Aya, his mother, enters and sees him weeping. She asks him what the problem is. Ananse says that destroyers, evildoers, and enemies are at work. Aya initially refers to Christy as the person Ananse is referring to. She doesn't like Christy. That's why she is referring to Christy here. She's completely surprised when Ananse bursts into tears afresh. She then calls Efua to calm her down and asks Ananse whether she said something bad. Ananse then tells them not to accuse Christy, but they should pack their belongings immediately and go back to Nanka, their hometown. He explains further that someone just called him that the family's cocoa farm has been set on fire. She doesn't want the two of them to be around so that his plan will go as he wants it to go. He doesn't want them to scuttle his plan about the marriage of Anansewa. He explained further that someone just called him that the family's cocoa farm has been set on fire. He asked that all his acquisition in the cocoa plantation is ruined. Aya and Efua comments that the people are freeing them as they never liked the Nsona clan being progressive. That is the clan of Ananse family. That is the Nsona clan. The duo of Aya and Efua laments about the purported situation on ground as it affects Ananse and Nsona clan. Aya says she's leaving immediately, and Efua also offers to go with her. So she also offers to go with Aya. And things are working the way Ananse wants it. He really wants the two of them to leave. Everything works as Ananse expects, but he's surprised that they leave him without any investigation. That is, they didn't even bother to ask him further question about it. Christy arrives addressing someone off stage. She also passes comments about the taxi driver calling her Mrs. Ananse. The taxi driver is calling her Mrs. Ananse. She's happy about that. She doesn't know that Ananse is watching her. She even tells the driver that her in-laws are coming immediately and should be patient. Christy starts to sing Ananse and says she didn't notice him there. Ananse then tells her that she has heard what she wanted to hear. The player then starts the song on "I'm down in the pit," quote and unquote. Ananse, Aya, Efua, and property man mime the carting out of luggage, that is, the packing of the luggage of Aya and Efua. On their way out, Aya wants to wake Anansewa, who is sleeping, but Ananse stops her from waking her. She then tells Ananse to explain to her the reason for their departure. Ananse urges them to investigate to identify the culprit and follows them out. The storyteller comments that it would be funny if the story of Ananse ends there. He imagines what Aya and Efua will be exposed to on getting to Nanka and what their experiences will be in the hands of the people. That is, it's foreshadowing what might happen when they get to Nanka and nothing happens. How would they be feeling? How would the people there will be looking at them? He says the story of the marriage of Anansewa is multifaceted. He suddenly sees Christy coming in. Christy soliloquizes, worrying about Ananse not explaining his plans to her. The storyteller then interrupts that she shouldn't ask him that Ananse is for her. She responds that she was not talking to him. She was only saying out her thoughts. Christy talks to herself again, imagining Ananse laughing at the way he responded when she talked with him earlier. She then bursts into a song. This is the song. Can he see that I love him and toiling for him till I weary, Georgie, that he may smile on me, quote unquote. Ananse has been watching her, but Christy does not see him. He and Christy later dance together and indicate that what he hear from Christy pleases him. This makes Christy happy. No, for the fact that Ananse is dancing with her, that means that what he hear is pleasing. That is what Ananse hear the other time pleases Ananse. So this makes Christy to be happy. Ananse says that he sees that Christy is toiling for him, and that he sees that she's the only one that can assist him. He explains to her that they have something difficult to do from that evening to the third day. Christy tells him that he's ready for the task, and Ananse says they should go and wake Anansewa. Christy sings and they dance off. The players sing Your Barima, which is directed to Anansewa, who is going to cope with a tough experience. So that is the end of Act 3 of the marriage of Anansewa. That is it. So if you are just joining this channel, try and click the subscribe button there so that you have access to all our videos, because we are already discussing the poems in the 2026-2030 syllabus, and we've also discussed the plot summary of the marriage of Anansewa, as well as the Act 1 and Act 2. So you are free to share this video on any social media platform. You can also invite your friends to join us here, because there are a lot of things to gain on this platform pertaining to literature in English. And if you have any question, be it on this video or any other video, or any question on literature generally, don't hesitate to send the question through the message box here, and the questions will be attended to. Thank you, and God bless.